5280 Sports Network, Nate Lundy, Shawn Drotar. Good morning. It is your morning minute on a Thursday. We've got Thursday night football tonight between the Smurfs and the Baby Puke. But let's talk Broncos as they get ready for the Chargers on Sunday. The injury to C.J. Anderson reported by many to be several weeks, which means you do not have him at the very least on Sunday against the Chargers, which is unfortunate given the Chargers' issues defensively and the ability to potentially run the ball. Shawn and I talked about this on the morning show this morning. I don't want to go Chicken Little on this, but I also don't want to sweep this under the rug the way I have read and heard some people talking about this C.J. Anderson injury. I don't believe it's the end of the world, Shawn. It's not Dallas losing Ezekiel Elliott, but at the same time, I also don't believe that it is simply something that can be swept away.
No, C.J. Anderson just came off his best game of the year, essentially, having an opportunity to split with Devontae Booker, who will receive the lion's share of the carries, and no matter how long C.J. Anderson is out. As we record this at 8:30 on a Thursday morning, the reports from Adam Schefter, ESPN, that at least C.J. Anderson did not tear his ACL, so there's that. We'll find out how it goes. Capri Bibbs is going to have an opportunity to step up, although I don't think it's going to all be Bibbs. The instinct is to say who's the next halfback on the roster, but look to Andy Janovich, who's been playing quite a bit. You know he can block in the running game, you know he can block in the passing game, and oh, by the way, he can carry and catch a little bit too. So I think you're going to see a lot more from him. You're going to see a bit more of the power in that running game for the Denver Broncos, but this is a team that absolutely wants C.J. Anderson as soon as possible back. And by the way, you talked about the Smurfs and the, what'd you call it?
The Baby Puke.
Are you referring to just the uniforms or the...
I'm referring to the uniforms. I'm actually interested in the game, to be honest with you, but I'm referring to the ridiculousness that is the color rush that the NFL needs to stop doing. It's dumb. It's dumb. Knock it off. You're not the Oregon Ducks. Just have your uniforms and let's move on.
Put the hats on the Titans. That's what I think they should do. Go full Smurf.
As we get ready, though, for the Broncos and the Chargers, and we look at the C.J. Anderson injury, the reason that I pointed out that I don't think that it is the end of the world, but I don't think that it's something that you can sweep away is this. I think Trevor Siemian is more than capable of dropping back from center and throwing the football into somebody's gut and asking them to carry it forward. That's not what I have any concerns about. My concerns revolve around the ability for whomever is in the backfield, whether we're talking about Capri Bibbs, we're talking about Devontae Booker, Jawan Thompson, or Andy Janovich, any of those folks, is the ability to pick up a blitz and help out in the backfield when it comes to the pressure on the defensive line. This Broncos offensive line still has not solved all of its problems, folks. There are still issues despite the win and the ability to run the football the way that they did on Monday night against the Texans. And so you need help in that backfield when the pressure comes, and I would not be surprised to see the Chargers try to test that in this game if they believe that there are weaknesses with the lack of C.J. Anderson back there. I think that's a concern you've got to watch out for, and it's why when Shawn talks about Janovich being the person to be involved, maybe more so than Capri Bibbs, I believe that there's a lot to be said for that because Janovich, obviously from a fullback position, has the ability to pick up some of those blocks. Let's switch gears now. Let's go over to the hardwood. Last night, the Nuggets give up 50 to Anthony Davis, but when that's all that they have offensively, the Nuggets can find a way to win by 5.
Right. That's what they ended up doing. They limited everybody else, allowed, basically, I shouldn't say allowed, but they accepted that Anthony Davis was going to do Anthony Davis things. He was phenomenal, but I think the Nuggets did a very good job. Yusuf Nurkic was physical with him all night. The Nuggets were not necessarily afraid of him. At a certain point, he's just that good. But there's a few things the Nuggets needed to clean up. The turnovers, way too many. I know they're a young team, but they've got to be smarter than that. Sometimes, much like we occasionally see with the Avalanche, you can have too much young talent. Everyone's looking to make the perfect play. Sometimes you just need to take the shot and not throw the ball around. But a very good start for the Nuggets. Good energy from the tip. Good physical play for most of the night. They dominated them on the boards, even with Davis's performance. So something to build on. Very good start, I think, for the Nuggets this season.
Tonight, when you turn on your television, do not attempt to adjust the color. They really are that ugly. We're back with you tomorrow morning for a Football Friday presented by Coors Light with Shawn Drotar, Nate Lundy. 7 a.m. tomorrow morning on Mile High Sports Radio, AM 1340, FM 1047. But for now, it's your Morning Minute. See ya.